This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of Andor, Episode 6, The Eye. And it's a really weird coincidence that there was a Rings of Power episode with the exact same title last week. And it's just a really weird coincidence because I've really never heard of two shows that have the exact same title that are big properties, with the exception of pilot episodes, since there's a lot of episodes that are named Pilot just from when they launch. Having the same episode title within the same week. Really weird coincidence, but let's just go straight into the episode. Cassian and Karis begin to talk more about the mission and what they're doing there. Meanwhile, back at the base, the Imperial Architect has finally arrived, and Lieutenant Gorn is meeting with him. Gorn and his superior begin to talk and mention how his superior wants to get off this planet and thinks that this is going to be the best opportunity for him to be able to leave. Cassian's team goes and checks in with the others just to make sure they're in position as the people going up to the watch the eye begin to approach towards the base, and Valencent are nearly discovered but manage to fight away from the Imperials before anyone could catch on to where they were. The superior officer goes and gets his family ready to go with him to the ceremony tonight, although his son doesn't want to. He makes him go because he wants to get off this world and wants to have the architect have his best experience possible. Cassian and the rest of the group take their position as the rear guard behind the Voyagers to see the eye, and they go to stand at attention as they begin to get their orders with the rest of the troops there, and they also wonder where the rest of their team is at the time. And they are at the base trying to scale the wall, but waiting for an opportunity to get up since they can hear some of the officers talking above. And they do manage to get to the communication station and set a device that will go and jam communications. After doing that, they escape back down into the water. The Imperials go and offer a fur to the people who went to see the eye and then are heading back into the base. Cassian and the rest of the team go and follow them. Once they are inside, they use their weapons and force everyone to surrender. The rest of the team meets up with them and they take everyone prisoner. Using his family and the rest of his men as hostage, they convince the base to go and let them into the vault, thinking that they're crazy. He agrees because he doesn't want his family to be harmed. Cassian and the rest of the crew go and continue to take over the base, taking more hostages. And at the top of the base, the people working in the communication system begin to notice that the communications are out and begin to discuss what this means with each other. Making it into the vault, they take even more hostages, but want to use these to go and help them load up the transport. Having the commander go and open the vault, they then go and use a device to blow the locks on them so they can begin to steal the credits. The Imperials finally manage to start hearing the communications of the rebels and see that they are in great trouble. With it, they go and begin to send troops down to go and help in the vault. The rebels, making the Imperials work with them, begin to load up the tubes of credits. As the Imperials begin their march down to the vault to take care of the rebels, the eye begins. Gorn comes down into the vault and reveals that he is a traitor, And with this, at the same time, the Imperial TIE fighter pilots begin to go and prepare their fighters to go check on the base. The troops manage to reach the vault, and although they are suspicious at first, Gorn tries to go and calm them down until the commander passes out and they begin to open fire. Gorn is quickly shot down, and Cassian runs in to go prepare the ship for takeoff. He is quickly ambushed by another Imperial and is trying to fight him off. And then in the firefight, Verhona tries to go and help Vel, but is shot down by the Imperials. Cassian is saved by Karis. Meanwhile, the TIE fighters launch from the base. Karis is crushed by the credits while they try to escape through the tunnels. The ship manages to blast out shortly after. With Karis injured, they are forced to go and give him a Bacta shot and to know that he is in a bad condition and have to make a decision about what to do with him. But first, they have to escape from the TIE fighters, flying into the eye and using the navigation device. They manage to escape, with the TIE fighters being destroyed by the eye. Cinta manages to escape from the base and goes to join the crowds when they leave. The remaining rebels on the ship decide what they should do about Karis, and they decide to go and get him medical help. The doctor begins to operate on him, and Cassian goes out and begins to talk with Skeen, and with it, he reveals that he's not as into the cause as everyone thought. He lied about his origin and backstory and wants to run off with Cassian and split the take 50-50. Cassian kills him and then goes in and learns that Karis didn't make it. Cassian tells them about Skeen. He then tells her to take the Kyber crystal. He's going to take his cut and leave. Before he does, Val gives him Karis's manifesto. After taking it, Cassian leaves. The ISB are all called in and told they have a big investigation to go into. Mon Mothma tries to address the Imperial Senate, but sees how no one is paying attention to her and are all busy with their own things. Back at Luthen's shop, he is attending to some customers where one asks if he has anything from Aldani, saying that there was a rebel strike there recently. Luthen tells him that he's going to go check in the back to see if there's anything and begins to laugh, realizing that the rebels were able to succeed in robbing the base. And this was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it and think they did a great job with it. Sorry there was no other review today. I didn't get a chance to record yesterday, and I just wanted to make this video today. I'll have reviews of Stargirl and Archer up tomorrow morning. Shortly after, I'll have a review of the finale for She-Hulk. And then I'll have a review for Pennyworth out later in the day. And it's going to be a lot easier next week since most of those shows are ending, with only Stargirl and Pennyworth having episodes next week. And another thing I want to mention is when I do Tales of the Jedi and Andor, I'll just have a review of Tales of the Jedi and have recaps starting the Saturday after, since both shows drop on the same day. But those are just a few channel updates I wanted to quickly toss in. Going back to this episode, this is my favorite one so far. It was really interesting. I loved the heist. I think they did a really good job making it. This episode was really interesting. I think that they did a great job with the tension and feeling like anything could go wrong at any moment. I'm not sure if the characters have all been killed off, besides a few of them. I think there's a chance the lieutenant may be alive, and with ones that only when I did the recap, I only did well, said the people were dead if we could 100% confirm if they were dead. If there was a chance, I decided not to say they were dead and just say they were shot, just in case. I decided to have a twist with one of them being alive and kept prisoner, since I don't want to go and edit the recap again because I just have to upload those as a smaller file so I could clear space on my computer to get more screenshots the week after. So with it, sorry for it being a little vague, but that's just ensuring myself in the future just in case one of them turns out to be alive. But with it, I really enjoyed this episode. I think they did a great job with it, and I really can't wait to see where they continue on with this. But I do want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.